Hello, everyone. We are so excited. This is our first episode of Cha-Ching Chats. And I am Sarah.
And I am Cheryl, and all I want to do is say cha-ching, cha-ching.
And okay, so on our podcast, we are going to have guests who are going to specialize in talking about their unique side hustles. Cheryl's shaking her head no.
No, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, Cheryl's like, no, that's not happening. Yeah, okay. So, and also we are going to talk about the tax implications because the co-host over here, I don't know, you might be over here depending on which way the camera is. Anyway, Cheryl is an accountant, and so she will tell us all about the deductions we can take in our side hustle.
Absolutely. And I'm super excited to hear, to get guests on that talk about different side hustles. And even maybe they have the same, for example, we both sell on eBay, but we sell different things. So we might talk to different people that sell on eBay, but they sell different things and they tell us how they process their stuff, what their idea is. But before we go too far, I have to put this out there.
Okay.
A side hustle is still a business, people.
There we go.
Still a business.
Side hustle is a business.
Absolutely. I hear people talk about having a side hustle all the time, and then they're like, but I don't have a business. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a business? We need to call it a business. Let's call it what it is so that you can get all the tax deductions.
There we go. Very important, very important. All right, so Cheryl doesn't even know this, but our first guest after us, our next week's guest is a Canva expert. And you know who she is?
It's
Pam. It is Okay, so Pam is going to be joining us for our next week. Pam is going to join us, and I don't know if you know, but just here's a little teaser. But Canva is more than just creating pretty graphics now. They have tons of AI stuff. You can, like, this woman is a Canva ambassador. I don't know how they say it, but so on Canva, you're a big deal. Canva wants you to be an ambassador for them. So they put the word together, and I just think it sounds like a mess, but that's not my, whatever. And, but Pam is a professional at this. So she's going to tell us how to do our social media, set up like an entire year's worth of graphics, all that kind of stuff, for all the different channels, social media, TikTok, Instagram, Reels. Like, she's a professional at all this. Plus, she can do all different kinds of things. Even the little insert cards. I think you talked about that one time with her. The little insert cards that you put into your eBay or your Poshmark, Mercari things. She can make all of those. But what's great is that she can teach everybody else how to do that as well.
Absolutely. Pam is by far my go-to guru for Canva, all things Canva. And she's she's kind of like me as far as explaining things. If she sees it on your face that you haven't gotten it yet, she'll back up and hit it from a different angle. She also is a rambler, and I love her to pieces.
Yes, very important rambling factor. But she does great, but she's so patient. And for me, I can't create stick people. So the fact that she could get me and teach me to create some of the things that I created was, to me, like, just amazing. Like, she was saying, like, it's just think of it as like squares and circles. And I was like, oh, I can do that. Like I can make a square and a circle and then put a picture or a graphic and So anyway, that's our next guest.
So super excited. So is that tomorrow?
That we are going to be interviewing her tomorrow, but YouTube and Podcast Land will not get that recording for until next week.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So yes,
Yeah.
we're still working this out, people. It's okay. I am very, very used to going live with everything. And so doing a recording and then posting it later is new territory to me. I'm still not editing. That was the one thing I did at the beginning. I'm not editing. I'll throw a thumbnail up and maybe even an end card up on YouTube. But yeah, that's kind of where I draw the line.
That's okay. That's a-okay. Because I tried to make an end card last week on one of my YouTube videos and epically failed. So I was like, okay, we're tabling this for another time. And the video is going up.
I have not made I do have a couple of videos early on videos that I have a couple end cards on, but none of it ever made sense for me to have an end card. I actually now have a beginner's bookkeeping series that
Yeah.
it makes sense for me to put an end card on there that takes you to the next video. But yes.
Okay.
No.
Speaking of beginner bookkeeping series, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what you do?
So I am an accountant. I specialize in online business. I have 30 years of experience, over 30 years now, of experience with taxes and accounting. And I just don't want to be that old fogey accountant person. I want to meet you where you are, be down to earth, help you get over that anxiety, and just make you feel comfortable with your bookkeeping and your taxes, and not be scared of the IRS or the state, and just get you all those tax deductions, because I don't want, or not get you, but help you find them. Help you find your tax deductions legally, so that you can keep that money in your pocket. So
That's right.
Yep.
Very important. I'm going to put our little disclaimer in here right now. Our legal disclaimer.
Yes, please.
Okay, so here's our disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this video or any videos we ever make or anything we ever say should be used as legal advice. We are just giving suggestions and opinions and thoughts, deep thoughts sometimes.
And you should absolutely talk to a lawyer or an accountant on your own. This is not legally binding because we are not trading money. So
there you go. All right. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I think that was what we needed for our legal disclaimer.
I hope so. We need a little pop up with a legal disclaimer. So we may need to figure out how to edit a little bit somewhere.
We can put it down in the bottom of the thing. We'll like type it in the, I was going to say description box, but I don't think that's what it's called on YouTube.
We can also put in a, like right after, as part of, we can have a video intro that just has the title screen and then the disclaimer that's like 5 seconds and then rolls right into the video. And you can do it on Canva.
There we go. We'll do it on Canva. And yeah. So just so you know, this should be for entertainment purposes only, because sometimes when we get on a YouTube video or a Zoom chat, Cheryl and I get a little silly, I guess would be the word. All right. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Sarah, because my name's down there, I think. And I have a website called Simple Money Magic. I have a Facebook group with the same name. It is a free Facebook group that you can join, and I talk about all things personal finance. So, budgets, getting out of debt, and side hustles. I have a very famous, if I do say so myself, 3-step budget made easy system that will overhaul your budget and get your spending and everything in check. And this coming Wednesday, which is also Valentine's Day, I have a new challenge starting. It is a 40-day challenge. I know, I don't even think Cheryl knows this. I've been working on this. It is for Lent. I'm not Catholic, but that's okay. Going for 40 days. It is 40 sacrifices, 40 blessings. So we are going to each day make a sacrifice and not a sacrifice. Sounded really bad. Anyway, 40 sacrifices, 40 blessings. So something like calling your cell phone company and asking for a cheaper plan. And the blessing may be listing one thing on Facebook Marketplace. So the goal is we're going to see how much money we can save and how much money we can make in 40 days. I'm hoping that between the two, we can save for a year's worth of expenses and make a total of $4,000 in that 40 days. I know it's a big challenge, but it's also going to work with you on some different side hustles, some that take longer to do, some that are instant, pay the same day kind of thing.
Okay.
So
I'm in.
okay. So that's our fun, and that's me. My story, and then I want you to share your story. I am how I got involved in personal finance. I was a formerly homeless single mom and down on my luck. And I guess down on my luck is like down on my luck's not the right term for it. It was just down. I was down. And so I knew I had to figure some things out. I started really hustling hard on eBay and made a lot of different changes in my life. And through the grace of God and putting on my big girl panties, I turned some things around. So I understand the struggles that people have been through. I understand where people are, and I'm not one of those people that says you should do this. I have, I'm not going to ask you to do something I didn't already do, I guess is a good way to put it. So that's me, and personal finance and helping people and saving money is where my heart is. I also have an eBay business, which is how Cheryl and I met in a lovely 6 a.m. chat Monday through Friday.
Right.
We were part of a small group that met at 6 a.m. to just kind of hold each other accountable. And so I still do eBay. Cheryl still does eBay because it's kind of, I don't know, it's just ingrained in our life at this point. So, Cheryl, go ahead, tell them your story. How'd you get into accounting and helping people online?
All right. Well, I mean, I've been doing taxes since I became a legal adult.
Legal adult.
A legal adult. I've been doing taxes since I was 18, so it's well over 30 years at this point. Um,
Wow.
Yep, well over 30 years. I did the math. I don't want to discuss that. Although I am proud of the age because I went through a very, period. I went through a period in my younger days where I was hell on wheels, and I'm super glad to still be here. So there's that. But I worked with animals when I was younger, and I did all the odd jobs, and I had kids when I was young, and I struggled, and I was I wasn't homeless with my children, but I had times where I was homeless, and then my kids and I struggled, and if I eBay was around and I didn't know it,
Yeah.
and if I had known it back then, I might would have been able to have a different lifestyle with them than we
Yeah.
did. But I kind of fell into I mean I have my accounting degree. I am not a CPA, so let's get that out of the way. But I do have an accounting degree, and I fell into eBay because I was just trying to get rid of some of the stuff in my house, and I wanted to make some extra money. I think a lot of people fall into it that way. I then found out that all these clothes that I thought were super nice and was good brands, because I had been shopping at the thrift stores, and I had been shopping at like Walmart and Kmart before that. So here I had upgraded my wardrobe and found out that it wasn't worth anything either. So, um, I just kept trying. I loved shopping the thrift stores anyway, and COVID hit, and I needed to do something. So I just started selling everything that I had, um, because I wasn't able to work outside of the home anymore. And I started doing this in 2019 before COVID hit. And I had been spending money at the thrift stores during that time, buying up stuff that I shouldn't have been buying. But COVID hit, I didn't have any other choice. I was on unemployment during that time. And so I used it to the best of my ability to start turning an income through eBay while I had an income coming in. So I was able to learn a lot during that time. And in doing that, I started looking for a way to document my numbers and do my bookkeeping. And I bought like 5 or 10 different things, and I didn't like any of them. So at this point, I was in a group with two of the biggest gurus in the reselling world. And I built my own workbook and I shared it with them. And they were like, hey, this is pretty cool. Do you want to do an accounting call? I'm like, really? So Tech asked me if I wanted to do an accounting call. I started doing a call with them, and that turned my eBay business into my accounting business, where I was literally doing both things. And it was hilarious because, like, what you see now is not what I was then.
Yeah.
Isaiah was reading the chat for me because I couldn't keep up with the questions in the chat and what people were asking. And it blew my mind how it worked. But here we are 3+ years later. And now I can just talk to the camera and nobody even has to be on the other end.
I talk to the camera a lot in my head. So I have ideas like throughout the day. I'll be like, oh, we should talk about this, or oh, we should talk about that. And then I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna write all those thoughts down. One of these days. But yeah. But you go live like all the time. You just press record. Cheryl has no fear. I'm like, I gotta do my makeup. I gotta make sure that my hair's right and my my clothes are right. But today I'm wearing a sweatshirt. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be me. This is who we are.
Well,
Cheryl did get a new shirt.
okay. I went to the thrift store. and I bought 5 new shirts and 1 pair of jeans. New to me shirts,
There you go. There you go.
and 1 pair of jeans, because I only had 1 pair that fit me. So yeah, so I figured, well, at least, if I'm gonna be doing more lives, maybe I'll get at least out of my t-shirts. I'm sure everybody is tired of seeing my Washington Capitals shirts because I have like 15 of them. So I'll just switch them out. And I'm always wearing something Washington Capitals, almost always. So yeah, I bought, 5 different shirts that I could at least not be wearing a t-shirt. I mean, one of them is an Under Armour Heat Gear and one of them is Columbia. So it's still, t-shirt-esque.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah,
Yep.
I actually tried to put this one on to go to the camping show on Saturday, and this one and another button down. I don't wear button downs. They gap in all the wrong places. And then they kind of get, snug around my I look like a busted can of biscuits. Which is why I compare them in video, because you're not.
Oh, because you can't see anything.
Because I'm going from here down is hidden. You guys can't see it, and right. I'm comfortable with that.
There you go. Not a problem.
But no, I mean, that's my whole point. If you watch my older videos, you see all of the mess behind me, because I didn't have anything behind me, to block it all off. So you saw where my shipping station was. You saw my photo station. You saw my file cabinet. All of my stuff in here, you saw it. And I just, I figured, 3+ years in, I could, pretty it up just a little bit. To give me a little bit more credibility until people get in and get used to me.
I get it. Oh, I have my most I want to say viral, but it wasn't viral. But my highest Instagram post was me sitting on the exercise bike. I was actually riding the exercise bike, holding my video camera or my phone up here, taking a picture, and I had no makeup on. And I was like, I can't post this. And then I was like, nope, I'm posting it. And I posted it, and that got like the most whatever hits, likes, whatever. Can you tell I am a professional Instagrammer? I have tens of followers. So yes, I just pretty much what you see is what you get with us, both of us.
Absolutely. But that, I think, in and of itself is the encouragement. Don't be scared. Yeah. Just do the thing. Hit record. Just hit record.
Yeah.
The first 100. So I followed I can't remember, Sean Cannell and his thing for the longest time, and their thing is, just hit record. Just do the thing. You need to get your first 100 videos out of the way.
Right.
I literally just hit 110 yet. I think on Friday. I think as of right now, I'm at 111. So, and these videos are going to be going to both of our channels, but the first half you get on Sarah's channel. The second half you get on my channel. This one, obviously, you're gonna see on both. I think maybe we might split it in half.
Depends on how long it ends up being.
Yep. But
let's tell them about our group.
Right. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have a Cha-Ching chat, a Facebook group that you can join. It is $7 a month for the first 100 people only, and then the price will go up. But for your $7 a month, you are going to get deals from our podcast guests. that will not be available anywhere else. And you will also get deals from both of us, from both of our groups, that will not be available elsewhere. So we would love to have you on our Facebook group. We will put that information below. And what else do we say?
I guess
Any questions? Let us know. But make sure to give us some comments on this video and some thumbs up. Let us know what side hustles you want to hear about, what you want to learn about. I have done lots of the side hustles. Last summer, I had a large, okay, so in 2022, my house flooded and I lived in a hotel for 10 weeks. And then 3 days after we got back, our air conditioner went out. And I had to put our air conditioner and new furnace on a like no interest thing for 14 months or something. And it came, well, it was supposed to be, it was due the end of February of right this month. But last summer, I couldn't handle the stress of it anymore because just after being so far in debt and then getting my way out and then having to get in debt again, for this expense, it was bothering me. And so I spent the summer doing multiple side hustles and we paid it off. And that was great. But so I've done all the different side hustles and we've tried them out and got some tips and tricks. We learned a lot from them. So we hope to share that information with you. And both of us.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So both of us we met in the one group with Tech and Chris, and then we both ended up in Sean Cannell's YouTube group. Then we both ended up in another blogging mastermind group. And in the blogging mastermind group, we have met lots of people who do all these different side hustles. So that aren't the like name brand with your phone kind of thing. So yeah, go ahead, Cheryl.
Well, I was also going to say that anybody that's watching, if you already have a side hustle that you're doing, drop it in the chat. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know if you're interested in coming
Absolutely.
on the show with us. And we look forward to this being just a long-term podcast vlog type thing where we all get to learn together. One of the things that my heart is set on is becoming 100% mobile. So anything that, like, I'm trying to work my business and implement procedures to minimize the time it takes for me to work in my business. But that's more or less because I want to add more things that I can do and more passive things that I can do. So if you have a passive, it's okay if it takes time to build it.
Right. All passive takes time to build.
Yes. So passive, active, if you do DoorDash, I really need to understand how DoorDash works from the buyer side. I've never bought a single thing through DoorDash.
Really?
Really?
Oh my goodness.
So,
all right.
Yeah, Uber, Lyft, the whole 9 yards. And even if it's okay that if you do Lyft and somebody else does Uber, we'll have you come on and talk about Uber, and we'll have the other person come on and talk about Lyft, and maybe we'll do another one and we do a compare and contrast type thing.
Right. And I was thinking when you were talking about all the different side hustles, I spoke with someone. She started a business from her kids needing scholarships to college. and she's created a business of finding scholarships for kids to go to college. Like her kids are in college, got all of their college paid for. And so she's like, oh, well, I can do this for other people. And now created a business from it. I mean, the possibilities are endless out there. Just thinking of all these extra side hustles. And yes, they are businesses. So you said the other day, they said, well, it's just a side hustle. It's not really a business. Someone posted in your group and you said, no, no, no. A side hustle is a business. You can't get the deductions if you don't, talk about the income, that how you got the income, then you can get the deductions. It all comes full circle. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I mean, that's, oh my goodness, it's one of my big pet peeves. It's like, I only have a side hustle. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. It's like somebody mentioning that one company that has all the bookkeeping and the blogging and the tax stuff and that stuff that I hate. I can't stand them. And then or the chicken place that's closed on Sundays. I can't stand them either. They're both triggers for me.
Oh my word.
But side hustles, we will use the term side hustle a lot, and that's okay. We're just trying to make that cha-ching, and get
Cha-ching.
that money in, but we want to keep it in your pocket.
That's true. All right. So without further ado, I think can end this, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. We look forward to seeing you in the comments
Yes.
below.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to each of our channels so that you can see both parts of the video, and hit us up for the membership group too.
That's true. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.